welcome to Air Military Collectibles. So in today's video, what we're going to talk about is an SAS trooper in the Falklands. Hello everyone, and welcome to Air Military Collectibles. So in today's video, we are looking at an SAS trooper who was in the Falklands in 1982 from April 2nd to June 14th was the conflict. Now there was lots of operations that was involved in that. There was the attack on Pebble Island, there was the parachuting in of a squadron, and the whole lot. So I'm just doing a general synopsis on an SAS trooper in the Falklands. I'm not going to talk about particular operations, the kit and equipment that they would have used. I have talked to an SAS trooper from the conflict, and he has given me advice on especially the webbing kit to put together. Now that SAS trooper carried an SLR. They had the options to carry M16s or SLRs. He actually preferred to carry an SLR, but when he jumped in, he parachuted in, he lost his SLR, and during the conflict he ended up carrying captured Argentinian Paraquet with a folding stock that I do believe is still hanging in the sergeant's mess of the SAS in Hereford. So that's why I have chosen to pick the SLR. I've put some green speed tape on it, or sniper tape on it, just to break up the outline. You do see this happening at the time. You don't really see them painting their rifles, but I just used it for the video. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the Bergen that is on my back, and this Bergen is the SAS issue 1 of the time. It gets mistaken from the GS Bergen, or the General Service Bergen, but the Paraquet is a lot bigger, and how you can tell it's an original SAS one is 90% of the time it's written here in the front label. So this is a genuine Paraquet, or sorry, SAS one. This one has been doctored by the owner to have certain Alice equipment and attachments put to it, which is quite interesting. So yeah, so there's the SAS Bergen. I don't know if I should show that, but his name is there. I'm not sure his number, and he has put a roll mat in the back of it to make it extra comfortable. So that is the Bergen. The next item we're going to talk about is this. Now, the SAS trooper I was talking to did not use this, but I just put it in for the video. This is the assault pack, or the assault vest of the SAS. Very famous item. Now, the idea behind this pack is it's a standalone to be worn with the webbing. Now I'm just going to turn around and I'm going to show you something on the back of this. So on this vest, it also has the capability to throw stuff into the back of it. It has a small built-in pack to be used in the case of an emergency. I have a field dressing in this. It could carry ammunition, could carry extra rations, anything like that. So this is what the vest that they would have worn. Also, if I will show you on the inside, this is also marked Pack Combat Lightweight SAS 1973. So possibly could have been seen action in the Falklands. Now, the next item I'm going to show here is the webbing. Now, I had an awful lot of help putting this webbing together. I had got the privilege to talk to an SAS trooper about his webbing that he used in the conflict. One second, I'll just put this all out so it can be seen. So, there is one or two synopsises to this, because I just don't have the equipment and they're not that easy to find. So, first thing is first, He has a double SLR mag pouch on his left hip. He also had one on the right hand side. I just don't have it because I don't have one of these. This is original. All the equipment on here is original except for this. This is reproduction. But everything else is original. Now, so we'll go across the belt and then I'll tell you about the interesting stuff for it. 44 pattern water bottle with the plastic 58 pattern bottle on the inside. He said he preferred to carry the plastic ones because if they broke or if they leaked, they're easy to replace. Survival kit in the middle. On this one though, I do have a 58 pattern water bottle. What he would do was he would carry smoke grenades. He would take the bottle out. He had the option to carry a bottle if he wanted, but he would take the bottle out, carry HE, smoke grenades, things like that in this water bottle. Then he had a utility pouch for extra rations, things like that. He had another ammo pouch, and then he had his altimeter pouch on the other side for carrying bits and bobs. Now the interesting thing he did with his is, if you look at that, that is an M56 H harness. It's an American piece of equipment, but he used it. He said he found it better than the 58 pattern ones, or the X straps that they used to use. And what he did was, he got a 58 pattern belt, turned it upside down, and he hooked it to the loops that would carry the poncho roll on the belt, and that's what he did. He also got 44 pattern extenders to put the actual front belt onto the webbing, because if any of you know, these things have meat hook, what's called a meat hook. It's a hook that goes in under a hole on the belt, but he preferred to do it this way. So yeah, so that's interesting about his webbing, how he put it together, and thankfully I was able to put it together myself. Obviously I don't have an extra ammo pouch, which he said he had. He also had I think it was a diver's knife he said he had. It was either a diver's knife or it was a survival pouch, or a survival knife that he had on his webbing. So, onto the kit and equipment. I will stand up for this one, if I can. Or sorry, the uniform. So, uniform, I'll just come a bit closer. We wore the, or they wore the, obviously the famous SAS windproof smocks. So with the SAS windproof smock, underneath this then I basically have a mac and a sack. Falklands was inclement, wet weather. So they wore these. Now this one is a time, it's of the time period, it's a Peter Storm. Danny Reese thankfully helped me get this. He seen it online and he said get it, they would have worn it, so I did. Underneath that then I have the woolly pulley and I have a Norwegian. Now I'm not 100% sure if these were on issue at the time, but they have, I do see them in photos, so I just threw it on. Woolly pulley was around and stuff, so to keep yourself warm. Obviously if you're hiking across the moorlands, you wouldn't be wearing all this, you'd probably just have the mac in the sack, a t-shirt and your hoodie on, or your windproofs on, and then throw your gear back on. Interestingly enough, when I was talking to the SAS trooper about what he was wearing in the Falklands, he told me he literally wore a cotton tracksuit top, a pair of cotton tracksuit pants, and he wore his windproofs over them, and he fought the entire war with that. His boots, my boots are actually the Commando type, the World War II Commando type. The reason I have them on because they look like, and they're pretty much identical to the civilian hiking boots that you would have seen at the time. 68 pattern pants, and that's pretty much the standard equipment that they would have used. There's nothing really special to it. The things that makes you distinguish, I suppose, as an SAS trooper, that makes you easier to tell as an SAS trooper, is the fact that I'm not wearing a beret, I'm not wearing a helmet, I'm wearing a beanie, which that you normally see them wearing. I'm wearing the SAS windproof smock, and my backpack and my webbing. That's all that tells me that I'm really an SAS trooper. So there you go. So hope you like what we provide here at Air Military Collectibles. Please like, please subscribe, and please tune in for the next video. And as always, if you want to get in contact with the channel, there's an email at the top of the video description. And if you'd like to contribute to the channel, there's also an Amazon wish list there as well. So thank you very much.